Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Sick and it's 6 Shot Gaming Channel, and I am back with a new video for you today. This time it's gonna be a Guilty Gear Strive video, and this will be the first video in the What to Do on Block series, and we're gonna be covering Anji Mito in this video. So Anji is a mix-up character, mix-up rushdown character, but his rushdown is not the strongest or top or near the strongest in the game. But this video is going to go over all his block strings and so on and so forth, and teach you how to properly mix up your opponent in this game. But before we get started, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, check out some of the past content, make sure to hit the notification bell and hit the all tab to get alerted every time I drop a new video for you. I greatly appreciate it. Also, if you want to help support the channel in any type of way at all, check the links below to go do so. But let's get started with the video. So moving on, the first thing we're going to talk about when it comes to block strings for Anji is his normals, and the first normal we're going to talk about is his standing punch, right? So standing punch could change into his forward punch or his forward heavy slash, so keep that in mind. But moving on from there, his standing punch could change to itself up to 3 times before the opponent is pushed out. So you could do standing punch 2 times and then down punch, or you could do down punch 2 times into standing punch, or you could do down punch, standing punch again, and so on and so forth. Just know that any combination you choose, it could chain into itself up to 3 times. So if you want to change into his forward punch, you have to do standing punch into forward punch, or down punch into forward punch. You will not be able to chain down punch 2 times into forward punch, or standing punch 2 times into forward punch. You will push the opponent out too far. To chain to his forward heavy slash, you could chain up to 2 standing punches into a forward heavy slash, or 2 down punches, or down or standing punch. Any combination up to 2 times into the forward heavy slash, and the opponent will not be too far out. And the forward heavy slash is perfect for starting your fusion mix. So keep that in mind. Also, there will always be a gap when you chain any of your punch attacks into your forward heavy slash. Keep that in mind. There will always be a gap. So if you do any standing punch into your forward heavy slash, you always trade. But if you do a crouching punch into your forward heavy slash, you will get stuff from a 2P or a crouching P. That's fast enough at least. I think everybody crouching P is at least 5 to 6 frames, so keep that in mind. Besides for token, because his crouching P is 8 frames. But moving on, we're going to talk about how to stop this counter play from your opponent mashing buttons and poking you out with his special ggst move. And you can cancel to this move. It's crossover forward X, and this move is guard point. It absorbs a hit of armor, and if your opponent does something more punishable like a crouching slash, you could absorb the hit and punish just like so, or you could grab like you saw showcased earlier. Now the only bad thing about this is that your opponent can grab you out of this. So if your opponent's on point, your opponent can grab you out the move. You don't even have time to jump or anything like that. So just keep that in mind. But the mix-up is, if you throw it out a couple times and see your opponent is ready to grab it, you can easily add in your forward heavy slash and hit out your opponent grab attempt. And then once you got your opponent scared to press buttons, you can start your tick throw setups as you're seeing right now. And you can mix it up however you see fit. You can do 1 punch, 2 punches into throws, so on and so forth. And then once you connect with your throw, you get access to your butterfly Oki. And butterfly Oki is one of the strongest points in Anji's gameplay. But moving on, now we're going to talk about his standing kick. His standing kick is 8 frame startup and is only -2 on block. Unfortunately, it's not like Mila's or Chip's standing kick where it can change to itself. So just keep that in mind. But you can also use the standing kick for a tick throw setup, so it's only -2, and it gatlings into a whole bunch of other moves. Standing kick gatlings into his sweep attack, And this move is uninterruptible. If your opponent is pressing buttons, they will always get beat out. Standing kick into the sweep will always get beat out if you're pressing buttons. If a gap, but the gap isn't large enough for your opponent to retaliate in any type of way at all, they will always get beaten out. It's not like Dragon Ball Fighters where gaps, you're able to do DPs and so on and so forth. No, that's not the case in this game at all. As you can see, I'm showcasing all the options that you're not able to get out this move at all. You can't stuff it, you can't jump it, you can't backdash, you can't use a DP, and you can't use a super at all. Because none of these moves are invincible on started, I believe. I could be wrong, but I think I'm wrong about that. I think the moves are invincible at startup, but the way they work in this game is a lot different than Dragon Ball Fighters. So if you're coming for Dragon Ball Fighters and you're used to disrespecting pressure with moves that's invincible on startup, that won't fly in this game at all. So just keep that in mind. So moving on from there, since standing kick Gatling into the sweep, it can also Gatling into his dust attack, and a dust attack is a overhead. So you have to block this standing. So it's a good mix-up to use with your sweep. And if you want to cancel what the regular does, you got the RC it, Roman cancel. And if you hold the dust attack, you can get a full combo, like so. So standing kick, even though it's on the slower side of standing kicks, it's actually pretty good because it has some really good range. It can also Gatling into the forward heavy, so keep that in mind as well. And there's always going to be a gap Gatling into your standing kick into your forward heavy. So the next move we're going to talk about is down kick, and a down kick doesn't have the same range as forward kick, but it is 1 frame faster, and it has pretty good range as well, and it's a low. And down kick is 7 frames, and it's -2 on block, and it Gatlings into a lot of stuff. So you have all the same options you have for your standing kick with your down kick. You can do tick throw setups with it, you can cancel, you can Gatling into your sweep, you can cancel into special moves, you can use down kick into dust, and so on and so forth. You have all the same types of setups with your standing kick, with your down kick. So keep that in mind. Also, down kick into sweep starts his butterfly Oki, and Anji butterfly Oki is one of the best Oki tools in the game. It's not as strong how it used to be in other Guilty Gear games, but it's still pretty good. So moving on, we're going to talk about Anji's forward slash. So Anji forward slash cannot cancel to his forward heavy slash, but it can Gatling into a regular standing heavy. And if your opponent, there's a gap, so if your opponent press buttons from a forward slash to standing heavy, they will get hit. Now, if your opponent was to block a max range forward slash and you frame trap into heavy, the Fujin will not hit at all. You have to be a little bit closer for the Fujins to connect. Also, forward slash by itself is special cancelable, because forward slash is unsafe on block, but it's special cancelable, and you can special cancel into your Suigetsu, your Ko, or your Fujin special moves. So as I'm going to showcase, this move at max range is safe, but if you do a little bit closer, it is unsafe. That's why you will always cancel into your standing heavy to frame trap them to get a punish, which is really, really good. So keep that in mind. So moving on from there, another little tidbit about the forward slash is that when the opponent gets hit crouching the forward slash, you could cancel it into a Fujin. But if your opponent gets hit standing against the forward slash, the Fujin will not combo at all. Your opponent will be able to block. So just keep that in mind as well. So moving on, we're going to talk about down slash. Down slash has really, really good range, and it actually hits low, which is really, really good. I'm gonna showcase that your opponent has to block this low. So that's pretty good. It has really good range. And their low profile is a lot of stuff. So that's really good. And anytime you cancel your down far slash into a Fujin or a standing heavy, it is a frame trap. So if you frame trap them into a Fujin, you can get a combo like this, which does a lot of damage. So that's really good as well. So moving on, we're gonna talk about Anji's close slash. Anji's close slash is 7 frame startup in -2 on block, so it's a good move to use for tick throw setups. Also, it gatlings into a lot of stuff. It gatlings into dust, it gatlings into sweep, it gatlings into forward heavy slash. It's special cancelable as well, so that's really, really good. So this is a move you're also going to get a lot of mix up from. Other moves that could also gather into is into forward slash and also into standing heavy and into down slash. And so it basically gatlings into every one of his options. Besides back into a low attack, it gatlings into everything. So this is going to be one of the main mix-up tools you're going to be using when you get in close. So right now I'm going to showcase all of his true block strings. So close slash into far slash is a true block string. Close slash into standing heavy is a true block string. Close slash into forward heavy is a true block string. Now I'm going to talk about his frame trap normals. So close slash into down slash is a frame trap. Close slash into sweep is a frame trap. And close slash into dust attack is a frame trap as well. Not the whole dust, the regular dust. If your opponent tries to do anything slow, they will get hit. Now we're going to talk about delayed normals that will cause a frame trap. Close slash into far slash, delayed far slash, close slash into a delayed heavy slash, close slash into a delayed forward heavy slash will cause a frame trap. Another normal that I missed to put in earlier is the down heavy slash, and the down heavy slash from close slash will cause a frame trap, and you don't have to delay or none at all. Down heavy close slash into down heavy slash will cause a frame trap if your opponent is automatic pressing buttons. They will always get hit, and you can special cancel the down heavy slash just like so, and you get a little combo. If you want to extend the combo, you can do so with a Roman cancel. So that's a really good frame trap, and that's probably one of the most damaging counter hits you could get with Anji. So keep that in mind. So if you have an opponent who likes to press buttons during your block strings, what you could do is to frame trap them, and after the far slash, go into your standing heavy and do a combo like this. Or you can set them up with a frame trap like this. After the far slash, you cancel into your Fujin, hop, do the kick follow up, and then combo just like that, which would do more damage. So that's really, really good. So now we're going to talk about his special move on block, mainly so his Fujin. So his Fujin on block has a lot of follow-ups. He has a low, he has an overhead, he has like a hot feint move, and he has a projectile type follow-up. And all these serve different purposes. The one you're probably going to be using the most is the low to set up all your other ones, and the low can be done from the slash follow-up. And it's really good. It's a low. Only thing is that when it's done up close, this move is unsafe. It's -7, so some characters can't punish it. But you can space the move out depending the normals you do before and make it safe because of the pushback and so on and so forth. So that's really good. He has the overhead as well, which can be interrupted. So the best thing to do with the low version is to delay it and catch your opponent trying to hit you out. So the overhead is really slow. You can easily interrupt the overhead. This is the computer. Sometimes if you're really watching, could get hit, but if you can react to it fast enough, you can easily interrupt the overhead, even with slower normals like a slash. And it's punishable on block. As you see, if you block the overhead, you can easily punish it. It's very punishable on block. So the way to make the move safe on block would be to Roman cancel, so on and so forth. But this is where the mix-up comes in with the low, right? So if you see your opponent keeps beating you out with the overhead, you can delay the low and catch them off guard just like that, and it will be a counter hit. But this mix-up is not really the greatest anyways, because the overhead is so slow where you can just react and punish. Now, if your opponent is a person who just press buttons automatically, then yeah, you could probably catch them off guard. But if they more patient and really looking and watching, then the mix-up is not going to be the greatest. But this is why he has other stuff. He has other tools. He has his little hop move, and he has the projectile attack for opponents who's really watching to block the overhead or low. So the hop follow up you do by pressing kick, and you could hop, and if your opponent is not on point, you can grab them and set up your butterfly Oki setups. And the projectile you do by pressing the punch after the fusion will stop any attempt of your opponent trying to counter poke you. They will get hit, and if they block the move, you're plus on block, you're +4, matter of fact. So your opponent can stuff you if they go with a fast as normal and you trying your forward slash. And they try anything slower, like around 8 frames, you will trade with the forward slash. And they can backdash directly after mid-screen as well. In the corner, they wouldn't be able to backdash at all. And so keep that in mind. When they try to do any type of slow normal that's not 8 frames and lower, and you do your forward slash, you will beat them out. So it's probably best to go with a standing kick in the corner. But after you condition your opponent not to press any buttons at all after this follow-up, you can easily mix your opponent up. Like so, you can run in and grab, you can run in close slash, you can even do your forward heavy slash if your opponent just sits there and watching for the follow-up. Another thing is this move can easily be avoided just by jumping. Period. So you can avoid this move just by jumping. So if your opponent got the read on you that you're gonna go for this move, if you're using a lot and you pressure, they can easily jump it. So keep that in mind. So moving on to the Fujin kick follow-up. The kick follow-up is this little hop move, and you can recover almost instantly after the hop. And the best thing to probably go for is the grab. And then you can set up your butterfly Oki from there. You can also hop and then go into your low, sweep into your butterfly Oki. Now, the only problem with this is that it can easily be interrupted. So you have to really condition your opponent to sit there and block the mix-up. Also, if you go for your grab and your opponent is on point with this, they can take your grab. And if you go for your sweep mix-up, they're gonna grab you. The best you could do is after the hop and jump to avoid the grab and punish just like so. But if you was to go for any type of attack mix-up on the ground and your opponent thinks the grab is coming, they're gonna grab you. But you can hop, jump, and punish and get a combo from there. And this will be the proper combo to do from there. So that's really good. But again, keep in mind, if you go for the grab mix-up, the most y'all gonna do is protect the grab. If your opponent is ready for the grab and you try to go for anything else, they will grab you out of it. So the best thing you could do is hop, jump if you think your opponent's gonna grab. Another thing you could do is Roman cancel the hop part, and then you're going to be leave airborne, and you could come down with an overhead attack and punish your opponent just like so, and do butterfly Oki So that's really, really good. Another little tidbit is with the overhead follow-up, you could cancel the overhead follow-up and go for a grab mix-up as well. Or you could go for the low. You could cancel the overhead and go into your low. Since they're going to stand block, you could catch them off guard with the low. So that's really, really good as well. And again, to make your overhead safe or any move that's unsafe safe, you just easily roam cancel if you have the meter to do so, and they're going to be safe. So just keep that in mind, and make sure to use your meter, because the only thing you're going to be using a meter for really is for your parry super. So make sure if you have the meter within these mix-ups, use the meter, roam cancel to mix up your opponent. But anyways, this has been the end of the road for this video. Hopefully you was able to learn something new and you enjoyed the video. This has been a what to do on block Guilty Gear Strive Anji Mito video. And again, if you was able to learn something new, please smash the like button. I greatly appreciate it. And I will be doing more what to do with block videos on Guilty Gear. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Make sure to hit the notification bell and hit the all tab to get alerted every time I drop a new video for y'all. I greatly appreciate it. Also, you want to help support my channel in any type of way at all, you can check the links below to go do so. But anyways, I hope all you have a nice day. Peace.
I'm feeling away. I'm feeling away. I'm feeling away. I'm feeling away. Whoa. Running. Yeah. Running. Whoa.
This is what we do. This is what
Whoa.
we do.
Running.
Yeah.
Running. Yeah.